Hey, it's Daryl at 10 Foot Truck, and I just wanted to talk about these apps that I've been signing up for deliveries. Because I sign up for pretty much any app that I can get that's like independent contractor work, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub. I do that food delivery on top of what I'm doing with my truck. And now they have these apps for that you can sign your truck up for doing junk removal and construction deliveries and just basic freight deliveries. So I've been signing up for those. I know they don't. I prefer to have my customers directly. I don't want a middleman. That's not what I'm looking for. But the only reason I sign up for those is just on off time when things aren't busy, like especially where I live. It's more of a seasonal, especially when I'm doing local deliveries. It's more seasonal out here because the winters can be very. There's a lot of snow, so sometimes you can't really, especially my truck. It's not all-wheel drive. That's why I'm thinking about getting all-wheel drive so that I can drive when it's really snowy. But most of the work, you're gonna get in the summer, spring, fall, and I have like 1 month or 2 months left for the fall, or until winter starts to come in, or the cold weather. So I signed up for just a lot of these apps just to have multiple streams of income, just a lot of opportunities. If I'm really slow, I'm not getting customers, I could sign up an app. I could take my car out. I have an SUV. I could do deliveries with this. I've done deliveries for Roadie, which is another app that does like Home Depot deliveries. And in fact, I took the truck out and I did some tire deliveries, and they paid pretty well for delivering for a tire company. So I used the truck on some of those. And now they have this other app, which is I tried to sign up Freight, which they have opportunities for trucks. But when I signed up for it, I got to the end of the application part, and they wanted my DOT number. And my truck in the state of Washington is underneath the weight requirements for a DOT if I'm doing just within the state of Washington. So I'm right under that, so I don't need to get a DOT. But this company, they're requiring a DOT, and I emailed them, and I asked them, well, according to the state of Washington, I don't need a DOT for this type of truck, because my truck is really just like one step above like a van, like a regular cargo van. It's just taller. It's like a cargo van. It's a little wider and taller. There's a box. But as far as the weight, you can't really put much more weight in the back of my truck than you can in one of the Sprinter vans or a cargo van. So I was like, why would I need DOT? So I emailed them, and they said, well, if you have a box truck, you have to have a DOT number. We can't allow you to get on the app and use this platform without a DOT or an interstate number, which is, I guess, is similar to a DOT. DOT is for all the states, and I think interstate would be for the state of Washington to be permitted to do freight delivery. So that kind of stopped me from doing that. So what I did is I contacted him. I said, well, if I can't do the box truck, because I don't want to really go through the DOT, there's no point in it. I don't need it. If I had a bigger truck, I would, but I don't need it for my truck. So I said, well, can I just sign up the SUV and do deliveries with the SUV? And they said, yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to go back and sign up for freight with the SUV, and that's what I have here. I'm driving the SUV today because I'll do deliveries with this. I'll do food deliveries with this. Anything that can fit within the back of this, I can do that. It saves gas money. So in the meantime, but I think I will probably end up signing up or getting a Sprinter van or something similar, a tall cargo van, one you can stand up in, and then I'm going to go back and sign up on that one with the cargo van. Of course, what I'm really doing is wanting to get my own customers, my own contracts. I really don't want to use a middleman or an app, but sometimes you have to. For me, instead of getting a regular 9 to 5 or a W-2 job, I'd rather just do the apps and then do my truck on the off time. Mainly I focus on the truck and marketing the truck. But if there are a lot of times where you don't get any work, So that's when I switch back and go do the apps. And most of the apps that I've done, you can make like $20 an hour, sometimes a little bit more, depending on which, because you're allowed to take whatever job you want. So you just take the jobs that are beneficial or the best paying, less, not as drive too far. And so you don't have to be on a schedule. You can do it any time that you feel like it. So I could do some in the morning or some at lunch or some at night, either way. But so I've been doing that, and then I've been signing up for basically every single app that they have, and there's probably like, there must be like 15 different apps that I've signed up here. And if you're living in a bigger city, you're going to get much more those type of apps. Like when I was living in the Seattle area, I was able to get another app. It's called Dolly, which was signing up for moving vans, and I was able to get jobs through them, and they paid pretty good. I think I only did one job with them, and there was another app called Lug, which is also a moving app. Now I don't know, I never did any jobs with them, because as soon as I signed up with them and I got approved, I ended up moving east to Eastern Washington, Spokane. So and now over here it's not a big city, it's a medium-sized city, so you don't have a lot of those other apps that the big cities have. And of course they're bringing some apps out here. Like I said, there's a few that I've just noticed that are coming in, and for trucks and freight. And so I'm signing up, like I said, I'll sign up for freight and the one for construction. Now the one with the construction delivery, I haven't got anything off that. I check every day and there's nothing. So they must not have marketed enough in this area yet. And the construction season is coming to an end, so I'll have to see probably next season, which would be, I have to wait until springtime to see if that one starts, if they marketed it enough. And then I'm also going to just start going out and marketing on my own, getting my own jobs. But it's a good opportunity to have all that type of opportunities kind of there for you in the toolbox, if you ever need, if you're in a pinch, you can turn on one of those apps, and you get jobs. You could make like, just go out for an hour and you can make $20, or if you need gas money, or whatever. If you need to pay a bill, you just turn on that app and go sign. You can sit at home. I sit at home, turn the thing on, and I'll get jobs. And then I'll sit in the mall parking lot, maybe, or somewhere that's close to restaurants. And as far as the Roadie app, they just show you all the jobs that are available that day, and you can pick the ones that are, like, if you're going a certain direction. Say if I was doing a food delivery and I ended up going, to one side of town, and then as I'm going there, I see that there's a Roadie, which would be delivering like different items. They do Home Depot, they do tires, and I think Tractor Supply, different types of supplies. They have those for delivery on that app. So what you do is you'll see that there's one coming back from where you're at. So if you go, say, drop off food at the eastern side of town, and then you see a Roadie that's coming back to the western side or going back to where you started, then you can grab that one, so you're not deadheading. You're going back making money. Because on that app, you really want to just make sure you're already going that direction, so it's paying for your gas or a little bit more sometimes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm signing up for a couple more today. I think I'm up to nine different apps that independent contractor delivery apps, and there's always new ones that are available. I've seen a couple of new ones they're talking about. So if you're out there and you need extra money, or you need a side gig, or something to do on your off time, easy way to make money. If you have a car and you have insurance and a good driving record, they're good opportunities. There's Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Roadie. There's one I know for stocking shelves. I haven't used that one. That's called Jive. There's Instacart and Shipt. And I've done Instacart and Shipt, which is you actually have to go shop the groceries. So I did that in the wintertime because a lot of people needed the groceries, and so I made some good money doing that. But I prefer to just go pick up stuff and then drop it off. I'm not really interested in doing too much shopping. So I don't do those as much, but sometimes I'll look and there'll be a decent order. I'll go pick that up. So mainly the ones I'm doing now are Grubhub, Uber Eats, and what's the other one I'm doing? And Roadie. I'm doing those. I like the Roadie one because you can go to different locations that I don't normally go to. And I signed up for one that's called Go Drive. I think it's called Go Puff, and then I just signed up for that today. And then I'm signing up for Freight, which is Frayt, which is delivering freight. But that's the one that I need a DOT for my box truck. And then I signed up for Load Up, which is doing specifically junk removal. And I've done one job with them, and that was really good pay. But they haven't marketed very well out here yet, so I haven't gotten enough jobs on that. And then there's one other, but I can't remember the other one that I just read about. Like, what I'll do is I'll go on Craigslist and look under jobs or gigs, usually under gigs, and they'll list all those apps on there. They advertise. That's how I'll find out about them. That's how I found out about most of them. Actually, how I found out about DoorDash was I just happened to be eating in a restaurant and they had their sign, and I went and looked at it. You know, that's pretty interesting. I haven't used DoorDash very much. I've mainly used Grubhub and Uber Eats for the food delivery. But some days, and especially around dinner time, you get tips. You can make $30 an hour, at least $20 an hour. So anyone with a car, I would suggest that's a good side gig or side hustle, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure that this gig economy is going to expand out into all kinds of different areas. I suspect that a lot of partial deliveries and stuff eventually are going to be subcontracted with these apps as they're developing the mapping system and the algorithms. A lot of that stuff, there's going to be a lot of gig work in the future that maybe I haven't thought about, or other people haven't thought about. But like I said, I prefer to do my own jobs without a middleman or without an app. But you got to do what you got to do, right? So anyway, that's my chant or rant for the day. A rant? That's not really a rant. That's just talking about stuff. Not really ranting. Anyway, what else? Yeah, I'll get back to you. I got something else I was going to talk about. Not sure yet what it was. Well, anyway, I lost that train of thought. But anyway, I'll talk to you later.